What's up, Trek Nation, and welcome back to After the Snap. It's me, Tasha Pierce, and in our latest adventure through the Final Frontier, we're diving into one of the wildest and weirdest episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation, Conspiracy. Directed by Cliff Bole and written by Tracy Torme for the first season of TNG, Conspiracy was one of the most unsettling episodes of Trek. From creepy-crawly parasites to mind control and alien infiltration, this episode has it all. It's the kind of story that have you on the edge of your seat wondering what kind of craziness will happen next. And it's no mistake that I rewatched this particular episode, since its storyline could become relevant if certain corners of the fandom are correct in their Star Trek Picard theories. So whether you're a diehard fan or a newcomer to the Trek universe, get ready to buckle up and blast off into the unknown. We're about to dive into the bizarre world of conspiracy, and you won't want to miss a second of the action. Believe it or not, the episode Conspiracy from The Next Generation was a bit controversial when it first aired back in 1988. The reason? Well, it was pretty gory and violent for a Star Trek episode. We're talking heads exploding and tentacle-like creatures stabbing people through the chest, which might have been a bit too intense for some viewers. Plus, the episode had a pretty dark and paranoid tone, with the crew of the Enterprise facing off against a government conspiracy. Some folks thought this was a bit too heavy for the typically optimistic and family-friendly Star Trek universe. Despite the controversy, though, Conspiracy has become a cult classic and is loved by many fans, and it was awarded an Emmy for Outstanding Achievement in Makeup. It's even considered a landmark episode for paving the way for later, more mature Star Trek series. So while it may have ruffled some feathers at the time, Conspiracy is now a beloved and memorable part of the Star Trek canon. Conspiracy walked so Deep Space Nine could run. In Conspiracy, Captain Jean-Luc Picard receives an encrypted message from an old friend, Captain Walker Keel, warning of a dangerous conspiracy within Starfleet. Keel urges Picard to rendezvous with him and two other Starfleet captains on Ditalix B to discuss the situation further. The two captains with Keel are Twyla Scott, who apparently rose the ranks to captain faster than anyone in Starfleet history, and Captain Ricks, another of Starfleet's best. When Picard arrives at the rendezvous point, he's met by the other captains at Phaser Point. After he's quizzed by Keel to establish his identity, he learns that high-ranking Starfleet officials have been compromised by some unknown force. And while they don't have all the answers, they're convinced that people are changing. Keel says the aliens don't retain the long-term memories of the hosts, so old friends are bluffing their way through conversations. Anyone who becomes suspicious is given suspicious orders, or even worse, they turn up dead. Spoiler alert, Keel turns up dead. Picard heads back to Earth to investigate further. He's invited to dine with some of the bigwigs at Starfleet headquarters while Admiral Quinn comes aboard the Enterprise, and stuff just goes left from there. Later, the crew of the Enterprise discover that Starfleet has been infiltrated by parasitic creatures. The parasites are controlling the minds of their hosts and have been manipulating events to take over the Federation. Despite their best efforts, Picard and his crew are nearly taken over by the parasites as well. However, they are ultimately able to destroy the creature controlling the conspiracy, the Queen, and prevent its plans from coming to fruition. The episode ends with Picard and the crew of the Enterprise realizing that the conspiracy might not have been completely eradicated, and that there could be more parasites out there. It's really a tense and disturbing episode that leaves the crew and the audience wondering what other horrors might be lurking in the shadows of the Federation. So let's think about it. If any parasites remained in the Federation after the events of the Conspiracy episode, there could be some serious trouble brewing. These sneaky little critters are experts at manipulating their hosts and turning them into ruthless minions, which means they could cause a lot of chaos and mayhem if they manage to infiltrate high-ranking officials or influential figures in the Federation. And here's the kicker. These parasites are super resilient and can adapt to new situations and hosts, which means they could be laying low and planning their next move even as I speak. If we're not careful, they could take over the entire galaxy and turn everyone into mindless drones. But don't worry, Starfleet as a whole is on high alert for any suspicious activity or signs of parasitic infestation, right? So even though the threat is real, we're confident that our intrepid heroes will be able to keep all our faves safe from harm, right? After all, What's a little alien invasion when you've got Picard and his crew on your side, right? Unless, of course, one of them has been compromised, but that would never happen, right? These are things that we need to think of as we continue in Star Trek Picard Season 3. Picard received similar warnings from Walker Keel and Beverly Crusher, both saying, trust no one. Beverly Crusher obviously believes that there is an imposter or an infiltration going on at Starfleet headquarters. So that means that somebody has probably dropped the ball in being vigilant about these types of infiltrations. As I was watching episode 1 of Picard, I started wondering, how do we even know we can trust Riker? The only characters I feel like we will be able to trust implicitly are artificial life forms, such as your Datas, your Lores, your Moriartys, your Picards. If this is the path that this season is taking, and that's what some people, a lot of people, think, we can't even trust Beverly at this point. So right now, everything is on the table. Nothing is outside of the realm of possibility. And if conspiracy is the avenue that they are going down, this is about to be tense until the end, because you never know who's been taken over by one of these creatures. Even think about the trailers that we've seen. Geordi seems a little bit different. Worf seems to be a bit different. How do we know that these characters have not been taken over? Or maybe we don't have to worry about a thing, because this is not even the way that we're going. This is some red herring. This entire idea that conspiracy might tie into the plot of this season could just be put there to throw us off track. Oh, that is what we get ourselves into when we dive into the world of sweet, delicious speculation. Whether or not conspiracy plays into season 3 of Star Trek Picard, I have had a blast re-exploring the craziness of this episode. I'm having an equal amount of fun exploring these different theories with you. One thing we can be sure of about this season is that the dangers of infiltration and manipulation are real. So we need to stay vigilant. Watch to see what insidious threats may arise. And then if we see something suspicious, it's okay to ask these questions, because that is how we will get closer to getting answers. And if all else fails, just channel your inner Picard and face the problem head on with confidence and determination. If you have enjoyed this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and turn those notifications on so you'll never miss an upload. Consider supporting After the Snap through a super thanks donation or by hitting join and becoming a channel member, like these fine folks. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching, and until next time, live long and prosper. Peace.